most other communities in the United States. It's a place where we've made sure that everybody feels welcome and that you have a home here. I want to assure people that despite what the lunatic in Washington is saying and what the lunatic in Washington is doing, we're not those people. And whatever harm they try to do, we're going to try to stop at the border. There are things we do not have to comply with. We are not backing down from our efforts to integrate people in the community. We're not going to back down from aiding the homeless and the people in need. It bothers me immensely that people who claim they have Christian values say that it's okay to turn homeless people away from shelter. I got a letter from the president's people saying that because I'm the county executive, if I operate a homeless shelter, I can be arrested for harboring a criminal if an undocumented immigrant is in a homeless shelter. That is so un-American and so antithetical to even Judeo-Christian values. It is amazing people get away with saying that, but that's what we're dealing with right now. But Montgomery County is going to be Montgomery County. We're going to stand with our communities here. We're going to make sure we work together. And I look forward to celebrating, this is your 40th year as an organization, 20 years in this facility. I know you have plans for things like you need parking. Hopefully we'll be able to help you with dealing with some of those issues, but we want to look forward to being able to celebrate with you going forward. So thank you for everything you've done for us. And I have a proclamation, because that's what we do. We travel with proclamations. And I will give this to you. Hold on, I'll read the colors of the same. And it says, I award this certificate to the Guru Gobind Singh Foundation in recognition and appreciation of 40 years of dedicated service to Montgomery County, Maryland. You have been a pillar of compassion, leadership, and interfaith unity since 1985. You've advanced Sikh civic engagement, organized humanitarian aid, and promoted youth development through education, music, service, environmental care, and martial arts. Your commitment to civil rights, health outreach, and community service continues to uplift both the Sikh and the broader communities across the region. By serving, inspiring, and uniting, your mission has enriched the cultural fabric of our community. From serving families cooked and healthy meals bi-weekly to leading crucial community efforts during the COVID-19 pandemic to creating native forests to support the world's climate, we appreciate all of the ways you make our county a better place. I extend my deepest appreciation and best wishes for your continued success in strengthening our shared future through service, understanding, and unity. Signed by me, September 14th. Thank you. The chairwoman is taking both of us. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aldrich. I appreciate your time and your focus on what's important to us. Next, we'll have Mr. Paul Montero join us. So he was a community engagement advisor with the Obama administration. He helped to celebrate Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 550th birthday at the White House in 2009. He was very integral in that celebration. And now he's working as the Secretary of Department of Service and Civic Innovation with the Governor's Office, with Governor Westmore. So I'm happy to welcome you.
South Street Hall. So Mr. County Executive Elder, good to see you. Dr. Siva, always a blessing to see you. Mr. Rizwan. So my old colleagues from working on interfaith issues back when I first encountered GGSF in 2009, I just started at the White House doing interfaith outreach. And Dr. Singh came up after the National Prayer Service, right after we inaugurated President Obama, to gently educate me. Not only that we had omitted acknowledging the Sikh faith in the National Prayer Service, but also to educate me broadly on all of the wonderful things and the history that this faith has added to the city, the county, the state, the country. 16 years I've been blessed to work with this community. And I don't want to assume too much, but I would imagine many of you in this space grew up in this religion since childhood. And I hope you take the 40th anniversary as a moment to hear, maybe from someone outside, to remind you of something you've known your entire life, but the admiration that many of us have for your faith and your tradition, and all that GGSF has given to this region, and hearing just the data points of what you've given back. For 16 years, I've been able to see the many ways you don't talk your values, you don't write your values, you live your values. People were hungry, you fed them. People were sick, you healed them. People need housing, you gave them shelter. People needed fill in the blank, you were there. Not to ask anything of them, but to give them and to serve them. And that is one of the most beautiful things that I've seen, and I've been blessed to work with traditions around the country for 5 years at the White House, and now in my current role with Governor Moore. That's one of the biggest reasons he needed to create a new Department of Service and Civic Innovation. And I've led that department since 2023 because I challenge people in this moment we're living in, where people are in their corners, always filtering, figuring out, are you someone I should be around? Depending on what you believe, where you live, how you worship, who you love, what color you are, how old you are, we find ways to separate, and now people are in their corners. Service is one of the last things left that brings people together before they start asking, should I be around you? Service is one of the last things left that people simply ask, who's available to help meet this need? And so the stickiness of service that the governor talks about is why he's built a department around it. Because otherwise people are almost looking at whether we should associate or whether we should be in community if we don't share the same worldview. And so on behalf of Governor Moore and Lieutenant Governor Miller and Secretary of State Susan Lee, to Dr. Singh, I thank you for 16 years of friendship. And to this community, I thank you for 40 years of giving back and making this state better because you were here. I know we're heading in, we are now in and heading into probably a difficult season where the voices of selfishness are getting louder and louder. Selfishness that point out who to blame for problems or who to point the finger at to explain everything away, and service again to me is the antidote to the selfishness that's happening here. So I just appreciate the chance to share such a great call. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Montero. I appreciate your words of support. The Sikh community gets our inspiration from our history, from our gurus that have taught us, and from the martyrs that have come before us in terms of the path that we live in our religion. We have just a couple of speakers left. We have Delegate Lily Shu. I'll ask her welcome to the stage. Part of the Maryland General Assembly, House of the Delegate for our district. She's been in good role with the foundation several times, so we're happy to have her back. She's been very important to the Gurdwara's growth and expansion, including helping us get security grants to install and upgrade our security systems. She's also supported a large grant towards the Gurdwara's community service programs to help provide improved services to the Shrine community. So thank you, Dr. Delegate Shi. Welcome.
This community is full of doctors. I'm not one of them. I'm proud to be representing this wonderful community, District 15, and also the Asian American community, our diverse Asian American communities in the Maryland General Assembly. Again, my name is Delegate Lily Chi, and I serve in the House of Delegates. But more importantly, I consider myself part of the Asian American community and a part of your neighbor, because I live down the street off of Tribula in the Stonebridge View community. So I drive by this place all the time. And I know we're celebrating 40th anniversary, but I also remember the time when this place was built. It was right around the time I moved in, so I watched this building being built. And now, 2 decades later, I am so proud that you have accomplished so much way beyond this temple. So I want to share with you an interesting experience I had, which was in 2014, when I had the opportunity to work with previous county executive who led a delegation to visit India. And we actually visited Amritsar and the Golden Temple. And it's the kind of experience you will never forget. But while there, I remember saying to people of the delegation, I said, gee, people here really remind me of people back home in Montgomery County. I mean, seriously, this is who we are today, right? We have already seen plenty of people wearing turbans and head covering in Montgomery County. Nothing is surprising, you know. It's just like coming home to me, you know. But just because we have diversity does not mean we have a sense of community, right? It takes intentionality to build communities, and that is exactly what you have been doing, which is why I'm so proud to be your partner. My colleagues and I, the Maryland General Assembly, have been working hard to make sure that you can amplify your spirit and your voices of reaching out to other communities in need, way beyond the South Asian community or your religious community. For all these years, you have been very intentional in facilitating interfaith dialogues, in facilitating youth development and civic engagement, but most importantly in community service to uplift the people who have less than us. So you are the kind of quintessential American spirit that we need to celebrate, and you are the kind of quintessential immigrant spirit that we all need to embrace. So thank you for all you do. I'm very proud to present this citation on behalf of the Maryland General Assembly, which simply says, be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to the Google Sikh Foundation in recognition of 40 years of service to the Sikh community and continued dedication to improving the lives of those in Montgomery County and beyond. Thank you for everything, and thank you for having me.
And then finally, we'll have Council Member Marilyn Malcolm join us. She also came and joined us for the Holocaust Festival a couple of months ago. She supported the Gurdwara and local needs, including security services, and she's always been ready to support the Gurdwara in any way that we feel that we need. So we appreciate it. Please welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here. Marilyn Malcolm, I represent the County Council, and you're in my district, and not only are we celebrating 40 years of GGSF, but the great fortune, my great fortune, that you built your building here on this side of Trevilla, because this is in my district. On the other side of Trevilla is Andrew Friedson. So I'm so very honored to represent you in the County Council. And I just want to say that every time that I've been here, the community has been so welcoming for me to come. Today I came early to share in your service, and it's always very welcoming. I always feel very comfortable when I walk in the door, and everyone is just, I feel a sense of belonging when I'm here, so I appreciate that every time that I come. And so I also want to thank you. 40 years is a long time, considering that the world has changed so much. 40 years ago, I'm sure that the community, I know that the community didn't look the way it looks today. And you were brave and you were courageous, and you knew that Montgomery County could be your home. And so I thank you for making Montgomery County your home. I thank you for building this wonderful space. But as many speakers have already said, I want to thank you for all you do outside of the Sikh community, to take care of your neighbors and taking care of people who are hungry and taking care of people in need. And we in the county, we can't do it all. We rely so heavily on our nonprofits and our religious communities, our faith-based communities, to help us in the work that we do. So I just, a very short recognition to GGSF in recognition of your 40th anniversary, with appreciation for your charitable actions, community involvement, public service, and with the very best wishes for the next 40 years. Thank you.
So I'm going to ask each of our representatives to please come and join us. We're going to take a quick picture as well as our board members. We have a small token of appreciation. Mr. Ehrlich, please join us.
To all the faith leaders also, we want to take a group picture. Can you come? Come forward. आ जाओ हर ग्रुप पीछे नहीं आ जाओ सोई साहब आ जाओ आ रहे रंजीत भाजी रंजीत सिंह यार We have gifts for all the guests, so please stay there.
Well, Mr. Ehrlich and Alderman Carroll, I'm still requesting the funeral home in Montgomery County. I'm going to request it. We really, you have to support me. We need a funeral home in Montgomery County which can accommodate 200 people. That's our request. This is my request for you guys. For Grace Ballman, I've been talking to her for 15 years. This is my reason I need that. Granted. I have to go here from there.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਵਾਨ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਨੈਕਸਟ 40 years ਚ ਕਰਨਗੇ
चलो वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा
So we are going to start the answer अपने बैठने का करने के लिए अपना ऐसा शुरू कर नाल देखो का सतगुरु ऐसा Guru Karam